Yeah, what is it?
Mic check 1 2. What is this?
What up? What up? What up? What
yes,
up?
Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Before we get into it, a coworker of mine, that got fired, and the reason why I guess it concerned me, and I found it ironic, is because the person who fired them, fired them under the basis that they were that the person was in violation of a code of conduct. You know what I'm saying, though, because they had, been using certain language or whatever, though. And, it had been the second time getting written up for that, though. And, they finally were let go, and they were still on probation or whatever, though. And, we can get into semantics of whether or not they deserved it or not, though, because it wasn't like they was around customers or anything in the back, but still. But what concerned me was that the person got fired under the basis of violating the code of conduct, but the person who fired them voted for Trump. I'm like,
oh, I peeped that.
How the fuck can you? Let me tell you something. If you voted for Trump, there's no way you should be able to fire somebody under the basis that they violated.
Yeah.
Fuck? You offended?
Right.
Really, bitch? So, yeah, it's maybe off subject, though, but I just had to say that. I was like, wow. Make America great again.
Yeah.
Day by day, week by week, we gonna get there, baby.
Yes, sir.
When was America great?
I don't know. That's a good fucking question, Chuck. I was trying to figure that out myself. I don't know. I'm only 32. I ain't been here long.
America, the last time America was great was 1491.
No shit.
Hold on. Yo, but I'm bummed.
That was 1491.
Wow. There was something that happened in 1492. It's the guy Columbus that came over. Before then, America was great.
The only Christopher we acknowledge is Wallace. So, man, if y'all don't get the gist of that joke, Google that shit. I ain't saying that man's name.
Yeah, facts. Oh, we've already contaminated with the first name I said start off the show. But, yeah, man, today's show, man, we're going to be discussing about black economics. We're not going to get, what I'm saying, I don't, what you guys have to kind of share, though, but I kind of just on a basic level, how we can kind of get to a place that where we're finally creating wealth amongst us here as black people here, especially here in America, and then we can get into the whole worldwide idea, though. But you got to, what I'm saying, though, it's a terminology that Mos Def had used. He said, think globally, act locally.
Mm.
Oh, wow, shit. Okay, I like it.
And so, what I'm saying, you start where you are first, and then go from there. I think sometimes we try to think too big, and then, what I'm saying, though, and sometimes it just start where you are first, and then allow it to grow. And a lot of people don't do that, look for the quick fix, or, what I'm saying, though. So I thought that was very important, though, that what he said, though. I guess I'm going to start off today with talking about, just briefly, about the Black Wall Street. Now, if you're not familiar with Black Wall Street, it was started in Tulsa. It was in Tulsa, Oklahoma. There's plenty of prominent businesses that were booming in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And basically, during the oil boom of the 1910s, the area of northeast Oklahoma around Tulsa flourished, including the Greenwood neighborhood, which came to be known as the Negro Wall Street, now commonly referred to as the Black Wall Street. The area was home to several prominent black businessmen, Greenwood boasted a variety of thriving businesses that were very successful up until the Tulsa race riot. Now, if you don't know about the Tulsa race riot, on May 31st and June 1st, 1921, a white mob, I want to say that again, a white terrorist group, because they like to use cool words like mob and gangsters. Terrorist group.
Right.
We got to make that very clear. Started the Tulsa race riot, attacking residents and businesses of the African-American community of Greenwood in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and what is considered one of the worst incidents of racial violence. Let me say this again. In what is considered one of the worst incidents of racial violence and one of the worst incidents of a terrorist attack in the history of the United States. The attack carried out on ground and by air, okay, destroyed more than 35 blocks of the district, at the time the wealthiest black community in the nation. More than 800 people were admitted to hospitals, and more than 6,000 black residents were arrested and detained, many for several days. The Oklahoma Bureau of Vital Statistics, which we probably shouldn't trust these statistics because they're written by the same racist people that carried out this act, officially recorded 39 dead. But the American Red Cross estimated 300. That's a big gap. A number supported by historians since then. 39 to 300. Oh, that's not about 261 person difference. I can't imagine there being a total about 9/11 going from, I don't know, a couple hundred to a couple thousand. I couldn't imagine that being told, though. But we get 39 to 300. Just figure it out.
Right.
Yeah.
It is guessing.
Somewhere in there. Maybe 150. Unfucking believable. But, yeah, man, this went down. Kind of just y'all thoughts, man, on what y'all know of Black Wall Street, or maybe, you know what I'm saying, though, what I read or whatever. Just kind of give, you know what I'm saying, give briefly y'all thoughts on that the whole idea, first, of Black Wall Street, and then, you know what I'm saying, the ultimate terror attack. Because I'm not going to call it a goddamn mob going in. With going with fucking planes and shit.
Right.
Go ahead.
Right. You call it exactly what it is. It definitely was a terrorist attack. It goes to show you how even though it was in the 1920s, it was really not that long ago, and it shows you. First of all, on the positive note, it shows you how far we can go if we come together.
Right.
That's on a positive note. That it shows you what us as black folks can do if we come together and handle our business. On a negative note, it shows you how scared these fuckers are of us, of coming together as a people. And I think we can go back to it. It's up to us. It's not up to them. But just to give my 2 cents on it, man, I did a little bit of research on it a while back, and it's just amazing how they don't teach you this shit in school. We got to research this ourselves, or our uncles tell us about it, or what have you. Like this is predominantly hidden from history books, and it's fucked up. It's crazy how they don't teach you about this in economics class or whatever classes that they have to teach about economics, about building businesses, about having your own. Like, motherfuckers, they had black hospitals, dog. They had black communities. You know what I'm saying? Black barbers, black whatever, dry cleaners. Everything was owned by black people. And they're scared of that shit, and they're scared of it going back to that. So they're doing whatever they can to keep the foot on our necks and keeping us mentally fucked up from not going back to that. And I think it's up to us. I'm gonna end it like this because I know we're gonna talk about it further. But I think it's up to us. It starts with the black podcast networks. It starts with the black folks taking charge and leading the way. It starts with the D.L. Hughley's showing what the fuck going on the news they don't want you to find out. It starts with that for us to get back to that point. You know what I'm saying? So that's my 2 cents on it. If I answer the question.
I like that word you use, predominantly hidden.
right. That's facts, man.
Charles, what's your perspective on the whole idea of the Black Wall Street and the massacre?
Yeah, for me, it's the same thing. It's like, this subject is not taught in school. Like Pete said, it's not taught in economics, and that's for a reason. Because when you look at what Black Street actually did, or what Black Wall Street actually did, not only did the black dollar circulate within the community, we weren't going to the Asians, we weren't going to the to the Arabs,
right,
as we are today. So if currently so right here in Baltimore, if we had a Black Wall Street here in Baltimore, it would send this city up in a raise. Meaning, because there are a lot of corner stores here in Baltimore, but they're owned by Arabs.
Same way in Buffalo.
Yeah, same way in Buffalo, right? And the hair stores owned by Asians. But if we created a Black Wall Street within our communities, it would completely wipe out the other businesses. So, of course, they don't want that, right? And then once we realize how powerful we can, because like we said, we had hospitals, we had business, we had restaurants. Like we literally didn't have to go anywhere else to get what we needed. We can stay within our own community and continue to build and circulate that money back within the black community. So I know later on, we'll get solutions, but that's my 2 cents on it for right now.
Yeah, man, it just shows, man. It's like I forget who actually said it though, but it's like, man, they get scared just to see us on the corner together. So, you know what I'm saying, though, and that's sometimes, I'm not saying not always, matter of fact, probably not most of the time. Most motherfuckers just, doing what they do, but, even if it's in a negative, they get scared because they go, I wonder if they're coming together to do something right. That's why they always got to know what we're talking about. That's why they always got to have our forums on TV. We got to know what these niggas is doing.
Right.
You don't see the Mexican forum. You don't see the Asians. Nope. But you see blacks. Our joints is always on TV, baby, letting the world know what our next move is.
Fucking town hall meetings.
They got to know. These nosy-ass white folks got to know everything about what the children of slaves are doing. What are they doing? So let's understand, man. This shows that, you know what I'm saying, though, when we actually do it, man, it happened, so it's possible.
Absolutely.
It happened so it can happen again.
Yeah.
History can and it will repeat itself, though. But like I said to start the show, man, you know what I'm saying, though, act locally, think globally. So.
Think globally. Yo, I'm going to need you to say that again before we end this show, too, because that's very important. No, that's real, because, we, especially us as black people, we always, and I fall under this category. You go through the struggle, you go through so much bullshit, you want to get that quick way. You want to get that quick fix. If I just can start off with this 15 G's, I'm good. We think like that because of the oppression and because of our greediness. It all ties into the bullshit. But start locally, think globally. That's real. Because if we start with what we're doing now, stick with it, go through the bumps and bruises, go through the trials and tribulations, eventually we will be global.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. I guess getting to my next question now, this one for the progressive black people and those who, though, just want to get up and take a voyage to Africa and stay.
Africa, T. Let's go to Africa, T.
Let's go to Africa. I'm like, all right, how's that going to work? So, unless let's just leave all of this, and this is bullshit anyways, and we didn't come from this. And it's like, dude, we've been gone for a minute, though.
Yeah. It's been a while. It has been a while.
And so, well, I guess the question, and this isn't, people might go, oh, here goes Amir again with, talking about racial and making it racial. And, I mean, look, man, it is what it is.
That's the reality, man. That's
true. What it is.
That's the reality,
I'm just asking the question. Because I see a lot of times when things have let's boycott businesses. Let's do this. Let's do that. And it's like, okay, yeah, you can boycott businesses. That's cool. Boycott the white man if you want, though. But how are you going to put gas in your car? Okay. Okay. How are you going to eat? Okay. Because, again, you can go ahead and support just black people that, we have our boy, our brother, Jason. Jason Moore, Ace of All Trades Apparel. He does shirts. We could just buy from him and buy from other black vendors and stuff like that, though. But you still, whether directly or indirectly, have to still do business with white people because you don't name a black person who owns a cotton field.
Talk about it. Fucking owns oil.
So, until so just getting to the question, though, without, me going ahead into my whole soliloquy, do you think that it's possible at right now that we could just up and not do business with white people or other races?
Right now, nah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just like if we were all to say fuck it and just start, I don't know. Okay, so because there's a lot of black businesses out there, either e-commerce or locally that we don't know about. So even here in Baltimore, there's if I was like, okay, I'm boycotting all restaurants. Like there's a restaurant that's black owned that I know I can go to and get get my food. There's another spot I can go to for my hygiene products. They have clothes, but they're more so African apparel, and so I could walk around with that Gigis on all the time. But I would want to mix it up some with the clothes thing, right? I don't always want to walk around with that Gigis, But I don't know. I think it depends on your area too.
Okay.
But even that's an issue, right? To even say, yeah, we're on the fence about it, then that's a problem because we should be able to say yes without a doubt. Yes, I can stop going to Walmart, I can stop going to Target, I can stop going to Chipotle and support black businesses within my community.
Right.
Okay. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, we still here, Pete.
Oh, okay, my bad. Sir, I agree with you to a sense because you're right. There is a lot of stuff we still don't know about who owns what as far as what. Because to be honest, up until I say this year, maybe, yeah, I'm going to be real. Up until this year, I didn't know it was black-owned banks. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, once I found out it was a black-owned bank, I'm like, ain't no telling what we own out here. So you have to do your research. But as of right now, to answer your question, Amir, I honestly don't think so, because along with the question of do any blacks own cotton fields, do any blacks own oil? You know what I'm saying? Like, I see Dame Dash flaunting, he got Dash oils and shit. I don't know how real that is, but you know what I'm saying? It's like necessities, gas. Gas is a necessity. And oil is really the main beef for the world. That's why Trump ain't fucking with Saudi Arabia. That's a whole another conversation. He fucking with Iraq and shit, but he ain't fucking with Saudi Arabia. You know what I'm saying? Ain't fucking with Iran, and that's for oil reasons. So I've always been on the Fred Hampton logic, man, and I dig him for doing this because at the end of the day, I think we all need each other. Fred Hampton, long story short, and I know I mentioned this before, and I'm going to keep shouting it because this young brother had an ill idea, and they killed him for it. It's fucked up. He hollered at the white folks, you know what I'm saying, trying to have this unity come together, because at the end of the day, it's not race. It's about bread. It's about money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So who's to say we can't connect with the Asian folks or connect with the Mexicans or whatever, you know, holler at them and do business, but we got to be on our shit as well. We have to do our research. We have to come together and open the book. You know what I'm saying? So I know I'm going deeper into the question, but right now, no. But I think eventually it's a necessity, and I think we can with no malice. But we have to be about our business first on our end. I hope I answered it. I know you know me, bro.
Oh, you answered it perfectly.
Really quick, I just wanted to
go ahead, Charles.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, so really quick, I want to agree with what P said as far as, you know, at the end of the day, it's all about bread, because these white motherfuckers in power will kill their own to preserve their wealth. Like, they give two fucks about anybody outside of their immediate circle. So all these white people that are for Black Lives Matter, even though they're white, they'll still wipe them out too, because, like he said, at the end of the day, it's all about bread.
Yeah, that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Yeah. And if you think it's about anything more than that, then you know what I'm saying, you're lost. But I think, you know, first of all, I'm gonna say this: until we're in a position where we become the owner of the owners.
Right. Nice.
We're gonna have to do business with white people until we get into that position. So this whole idea that we're just gonna boycott, and it's like, I know that they have to go into a room together and just laugh. Because niggas are going to be here tomorrow.
Right.
Thanks for not coming here on Black Friday. In fact, you probably fucked yourself over, because tomorrow when you come in, it's going to be regular priced.
Right.
This whole idea that we could just have this, like I said, I think probably the name of the show probably should be, you know what I'm saying, though, not to steal from Mos Def, though. I mean, you know, maybe you could put the dash and put, you know, saying Mos Def, you know, that is his quote, though, but, you know what I'm saying, though, act locally, think globally. Because it has to start small, though, but, you know what I'm saying, though, it starts with little things, like you said, man, you know what I'm saying, it's a girl, I'll say her name, Latrice Late Nights Jackson. She makes food. You know what I'm saying, though? There's a place called the Fire Spot here on Bailey, or, you know what I'm saying, though, in different spots they sell like chicken wings and all these different, you know what I'm saying, though, and other different types of food or whatever, though. And just start with, you know, small, but you're not going to just all of a sudden get up and stop support. I mean, if you go somewhere, go to a black person who has a black owned business, and they have sneakers, and you buy some Nikes. You're still supporting white people. You just bought it at a black vendor. So it starts small. Like I said, you can go ahead and get a cell phone from a black person. Who owns the towers? Because you can have a cell phone, but you need service.
Right.
If white people took away the service, took away the tower, say, you know what? No black people get service then. We're fucked. We're just going to be walking around with a very sleek and very expensive Etch-a-Sketch. That's about the worth of it. And so, you know, if we could just get to that point to where we say, okay, let's not have, like I said, I have this whole, all right, we're going to stop it. We're just going to do us. Nah, you can't erase 400 years like that.
Nah, you definitely can't.
With Black Wall Street, it took some time. And it took some time because they had built it up so much. It took some time for them to go ahead and do that. They had to strategically plan that out. When they started in the 1910s, the bombing started in what? It took them, for that time, 15, 20 years?
How's that?
Yeah. It took them a while. Because they had it planned out. I'm pretty sure that was what they're saying. It probably started before then. You know what I'm saying? Because Reconstruction started, 1890 something? And so they built it up. And that's what we have to do. But until then, look, man, I'm not going to fucking think somebody, you know what I'm saying, though, is an Uncle Tom because they went to Kmart.
Right.
Or call a bitch out because she went to Tops. Nah. You know what I'm saying, though? Chill out, Chiefs. Relax. And, just understand what it is, and then we can get to finally where we want to be. And we just start off small, and we start off with a grassroots mentality.
Yo, really quick.
Go ahead, Charles.
So here in Baltimore, there was and it was so crazy because I was there to witness the evolution of it and then eventually the downfall of it. There was a grocery store right in the middle of the hood here in Baltimore City. It was called Oranges and Apples.
Okay.
And it was open probably for about a year.
Okay.
And as soon as it opened, I went there because I wasn't living too far from there, so I went there. Bought some groceries from them. I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? We just nice little grocery store right in the middle. We ain't gotta go out to the fucking county to Giant or some shit to one of the other grocery stores. We got some shit right here in the city. But that shit wasn't open for but 2 years. I'm thinking how did this shit shut down? Like this is perfect. It's right in the middle of the city. Like people can catch a bus. It's not too far from a lot of shit. Like how did that shit shut down? So I haven't done my research on it, but it was interesting that grocery store has only been open for a couple of years, and now it's already shut down. So I don't know if it was because of lack of support, or if if the government came in and said, well, nah, you're taking too much money from these other stores. You gotta bounce out of here. So I don't know.
I think a lot of black people, and I see it, man. They sell out so quick.
Yeah.
They sell out so quick and for nothing, for cheap. There's no reason why Bob Johnson doesn't have BET still. But, right, we offer them just enough money and enough. It's all these other different things. It's like we don't value what we have and don't understand how important it is to pass that down through generations. I'm pretty sure the family of Anheuser-Busch, the guy who started Anheuser-Busch or whatever, though, that family still owns it.
Yep.
Like, we don't understand the value of what we have, though, so we just sell either, of course, if it's lack of support or lack of business, though. Sometimes your business just sucks.
Yeah.
Okay, though, but a lot of times we'll have, thriving businesses, and then we'll just sell it, and they know we're going to be willing to sell it. And sometimes, man, all money ain't good money, man. You know what I mean? So, it may look good at the time, but what are you losing, not just for yourself, but for the future generations?
Child leaving legacy.
We just sell out so cheap, man, for nothing, for crumbs. For crumbs. Nigga, when white people sell their shit, nigga, it's the come up. It's for real. We sell our shit. It's for cheap. It's we don't value what we have because when you've been told you're nothing, that's how you think of yourself. So when you finally get something, you're like, shit, I'm gonna take this and get the fuck out. And so I think it has to start with that valuing our own. And I think that's with self-value and valuing us and what we have as a collective. And I think if we get there, then that's a good start. Okay, and maybe we've answered it within the second question though, but just kind of though, go with it though. How do y'all think we can get to alleviating this economic issue that we seems to plague our communities?
Yo, I'm glad because I ain't want to interrupt, boys, but I kind of had this feeling it's on top of what you just said, Amir. I'm not gonna say you're wrong about it as far as you do sell out. You see the dollar, and you see that quick dollar, like we discussed earlier, and a lot of black folks willing to do it. And also, and I think it's many different reasons as well, like, because you never know, like, what type of schemes developers try to do to make black folks sell their shit. You know what I'm saying?
And Charles, you alluded to that when you was talking about the oranges. Was it oranges and
oranges and apples? I think it was.
Go ahead.
Yeah. No, you good. So I'm and because these motherfuckers are shiesty out here, man. I be hearing stories about the Seminelli motherfuckers up there back home in Buffalo and shit. And you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no telling what they do. Either take this bread or we take your son or something crazy. You know what I mean? Like, and on top of that, but in order for us to stand ground on folks like that, we need each other. And to go back to your question on what can we do to alleviate this shit, it goes back to us holding each other down. Perfect example, man. Perfect example. My grandfather, 5th grade education, went to the Army, came to Buffalo from the South, just like when everybody migrated to come to these plant jobs, Ford and all that. He did all that. Wasn't the smartest dude book-wise, but a businessman, owned property. My parents' house on Locust, that's the property. The Nibbler's Corner, which was a bar, which was like one of the staples in Buffalo. The oldest, one if not the oldest black bar in Buffalo. And a lot of niggas in Buffalo don't know that. You know what I'm saying? It's a historical piece of Buffalo, bruh. And my thing is, if people will come together around something like that to build it back up, maybe turn it into a banquet hall or something to generate money within the community. That could be one of the seeds planted to grow a big ass tree. So just to shorten up my answer, my bad for being long-winded, it comes back to us being together. God rest my grandfather's soul, he passed. My mom was the only child, so everything was on her, and she's steadily trying to grow. She went to the government to try to get a business loan like that Anchor Bar can get, or that whatever Duff's, whatever the family-owned businesses in the city, they denied her. You know what I'm saying? Which is fucked up, but it's not unusual, even though it's one of the oldest black bars in Buffalo. So at the end of the day, we got to come to each other, and it's not always about what you get at the moment. What you may lose a year or two. You invest in something, you may lose, but it's all about the gain at the end of the day. Think of your kids, think of your family. So we got to come together, man. We have to, or none of this shit is gonna work. Whatever suggestion we can give is not gonna work unless we come together and start off with a staple.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. Our like I said, we always say it, man. Our unity is the most important thing that we have. Beyond money, it's even more powerful than money. And so, Charles, is there anything? Is there anything? What do you want to add to this to that as well? How do we alleviate the problem?
Yeah, I agree with you guys both, man. It does come back to community and unifying, and instead of your mom's having to go to the government for a loan, she should have be able to go to a community and say, hey, here's my business idea, here's my plan, here's how much money I'm going to need, and here's what y'all going to get in return. So, but we don't have that, right? And so now we have to currently rely on government to give us money for businesses, which is not that, which, as you said, your mom was denying, we're not going to get that money. So then what else do we do, right? So, and I think it goes back to, also, we have to look at what we're doing with the money that we get. We recently formed the LLC for the Black Podcasters Network, right? But we could use that money for something else, right? But we're like, nah, we have to start looking at where we're directing our money towards, because I think that's also important as well. And we got to start teaching our kids. I have 3 stepdaughters, so they're at the age where they need to start learning about finances. So, once a month, I'm going to sit down with them and just take them through how to set up a budget, show them what the budget looks like, and try and start planting into their minds, the idea of economic wealth, or economic growth and whatnot, I should say, or financial wealth or financial management. And I think it does also start with the kids, man. I think we have to start showing our kids or teaching our kids about the Black Wall Street. We have to. I think there's documentaries. I'm pretty sure there's documentaries. There's books that's been written, and I'm pretty sure there's some of the people either are still alive who experienced that, or their grandchildren or their children are still alive today. We need to find those people and reach out to them and start talking to those type of people. Like, hey, what was it like as a child as you came up through that? So that's my little 2 cents towards that.
That's true, because I would love to know how did it start. I want to know how the plan even came together. They're like, yo, let's do this. You know what I'm saying? Because if you think about it, that Black Wall Street shit, it didn't happen too far after slavery, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, if that shit can happen then, come on, man. My bad, man. The way you ended that, Chuck, that's true. I was just sitting thinking like, yo, I would let him know how that shit sparked. Who was the brain that sparked that idea to make that? And how did you happen to have niggas come together? I'm the official pirate shit. How did you have?
Oh, my bad. Go ahead. My bad.
No. That was it.
Well, I was gonna say, like, they were more unified back then. Like, I was reading
True.
I was reading an autobiography. So is the autobiography the one that the person writes themselves, or is written by somebody else? I always get the two mixed up.
I believe it's about themselves, and they either help write it or write it themselves.
All right. Okay. I got you. Right, so I read a biography that was written, or somebody put together, of all the speeches and some of the stuff that Dr. Martin Luther King wrote. And I was reading this one letter, man, and he was like, the way he used to bring people together was so fucking amazing, dog. Like, and they didn't have internet back then, so we're talking about shit being done through postal mail.
Right.
But this, like, he's organizing 5,000-10,000 people, and people are coming together and they're sticking together. We don't have that today, man. We have this, this is my shit, and you can't get in on this. We're too separated. We're too fucking separated. The media has a lot to do with it, with some of the shows that they're coming out. They're showing these black people as savages, they're black people that can't get along, and that's just being implanted into our kids' head. The kids are growing up, and they're reinforcing that same behavior into their kids. And it's like a fucking cycle, man.
You would think this should be easier now, especially like you said, with Martin Luther King and them. They didn't have social networks, they didn't have internet. You know what I'm saying? So you think it would be easier now, and that's the fucked up crazy part, man.
It is. It really is.
Oh no, it's not too late. I still got hope. I don't know about y'all niggas. I got hope.
No, definitely not.
You know what I mean? Like we gotta feed the kids and shit. My bad, man. I know you. Go ahead, man. Get it in.
No, and listen, hey, if you don't, I think people don't understand. If you talk more than you listen, you gotta listen just as much as you talk, and talk just as much as you listen. So, that'll be ego.
Right. Okay. We all got a little bit.
You know what I'm saying? No, you guys are all spitting facts. You know what I'm saying? When truth is being spoken, listen. Chuck, you said it. How are they doing it? I mean, Pete, I think you alluded to how we were able to do this right after slavery. I think I need to understand something more important. We were more free as slaves back then than we are now.
Talk your shit, man. Explain that to the people. They might not have got that. Elaborate on that a little bit.
They might not have understood that. Just because they had chains on them, their minds were more free. Their bodies might not have been. Our bodies are more free, but our minds are lost. What controls which?
This nigga took it to a whole new fucking level. This motherfucker extremely deep with that shit. Pause.
And so, y'all made such great points. And I guess it kind of gives me a little space to kind of have my moment as far as me saying this, though. We got to cut out the envy amongst us. And most importantly, the bitch acidness. And we have to point them out. Because I see a lot of bitch-ass people celebrate it. I see, like, motherfuckers, like party promoters here in Buffalo. Fuck it, I'll say it. It is what it is. What are you going to do to me? Good luck. But I see that, and if a party is whack or this thing go down or whatever, though, they get on there and they're excited to see somebody fail. And you know what? Instead of being like, we need to start asking, instead of being like, man, you be like, okay, that's fair. All right, you got that, and that's funny. What did you do to help them, Mr. Good Party Promoter? Oh, nothing. Oh, nothing. You did nothing. You didn't take them to the side. You didn't try to mentor them. You didn't try to talk to them. Just laugh at them and hope that your shit is popping. What if your shit doesn't pop? What about when your shit wasn't popping? Who helped you? Oh, now that you've made it, you don't want to help anybody. See, we have to point that out. We have to put them on the spot and be willing to take the backlash or whatever it is. Because what did you do to help them? Did you try to help them? This is the person who actually tried to go outside of selling drugs, outside of doing the wrong things, and try to do something right. And what do? So we have to cut the envy out. We have to cut the bitch assness out. You know what I'm saying, though? We have to ban the bans. We have to ban the bans, baby. You have to ban the bitch-ass niggas because that's really down to what it is, man, and the separation and the envy. Like you said, the separation is just, we have to get to the point to where we just stop being so goddamn envious and wanting to stunt on one another. Poor people stunting on other poor people.
Yeah,
really?
That shit don't make no sense.
Makes no fucking sense. It's fucking stupid. Motherfuckers is out here. For what? Nigga, I don't care if you have... I don't care about your J's. Nigga, I'll see you at work tomorrow. We get the same dollar amount. It doesn't matter. We're both just walking one. It doesn't matter if you make $15, $20 more than me an hour. We're still both just walking one pink slip away from being in the same boat, baby. And we already are in the same boat. Just might be a little further to the front.
Yeah.
I just happen to be shackled on both the wrist and the ankles. You might just be shackled on the ankles. We both still slaves, baby. You can't move. So we just have to get to that point, man. Like Tupac said, man, we gotta start seeing each other as brothers, man, instead of distant strangers, man. And that's where it starts, man. I made some great points today, man. Some great facts, Pete. You know what I'm saying, though. I know it hits home to you, especially when we start talking about black-owned businesses, though, being that, you know what I'm saying, though, with niblets. And we should shout that out again, niblets.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, though. Probably one of the first black-owned bars here, right?
Businesses, period, man. But one of the first black-owned bars. Before it closed down, it was over 50. It was 50. It hit 50. So,
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
What year did it eventually close down?
This was well, technically it's not closed. You know what I'm saying? But it's just been, you know, mom dudes trying to handle their business, remodel it, turn it into something, you know, like a banquet hall with a liquor license and everything, food and shit. But long story short, it closed. I want to say about 2013. 2013, yeah.
Oh, my bad. So 1963 when it opened.
60. Actually, my mom was born in 61. So
okay.
61.
61. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're talking 56 years.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, man. So yeah, you know, and so it, like I said, man, it we have to get to that point. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Gigis, Bell's Cleaner.
Absolutely, man.
God, right here, on Lee's
barbecue, right, Johnny's Cook Shop with Jefferson Barbershop.
Right.
You know
what I'm saying, though? I go to a black-owned barbershop, Classic
right.
Cuts, which is new.
Right.
Been around for about 10 years now, though, so a decade in the game. You know, saying newbie compared to those places, obviously, though. But, you get what I'm saying. So we have to take value in that, though. Like, they just, I believe, I'm not quite sure, dude, they closed down Scotty's.
Right.
They go.
fuck. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I see these chain restaurants coming around here, and it's like the identity of Buffalo ain't chain restaurants.
Right. You see what's going on.
So, we have to get to the point where we start valuing and helping out one another and getting rid of the envy. Before we end this show today, God damn it, something to maybe get me a little fired up, though. Chuck, I'm going to ask you first, though, because you have 3 young black girls that you were raising. In D.C., is the number 14, Pete? 14 we're missing?
14. One has been found, actually. She she was a runaway. She was a runaway and things like that, and had issues with the fam. But one is found, and also 3 boys are missing too.
Okay, so that's a total of 16 that we know of.
Right, that we know of.
And this is just in D.C. This isn't the country.
Yeah, this is one.
I want to point this out though, because I couldn't. If they were white, we wouldn't have a minute not being. They're not talking about this. Nancy Grace would be up in arms. You know that crazy bitch.
Not only that, you would have gotten an Amber Alert on your phone. How does nobody get an Amber Alert of these girls?
I haven't got one.
I haven't got one.
I haven't gotten that message. I've slept peacefully because I didn't even know this was going on until a couple of days ago.
Right.
So, the Amber Alert that we got here woke me the fuck up though. But I was
it's not just for Amber. Amber Alerts are not just for Amber. You know what I'm saying?
Right, I get what you're saying.
How do you not? It's 14 of them missing plus more, and you have no. You fucking found Tom Brady's jersey, but we don't have an Amber Alert for these girls.
Right.
It's asinine, bro. And all jokes aside, I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead. My bad. That shit fucked up.
How the fuck are we finding or looking for Tom Brady's jersey? And we find it in Mexico, which was just another thing for them to go ahead and put out against Mexico. That shit in goddamn Mexico. Ain't no fucking way that this man wants to build a wall and you tell me the one place it is in Mexico? Get the fuck out of here. But you want to believe that's a conspiracy theory, you go right the fuck ahead, though. But understand, it's politics as usual, though. But that's another story for another fucking day. They found his jersey and looked for it. The government, not the NFL, not the Patriots, not Bob Kraft. The government was looking for his jersey but wasn't looking for these girls. Charles, before I get too fired up.
Before you get too fired up, right.
Charles, go ahead and kind of give your feelings on this. And did you even know about this?
Well, I didn't know about the Tom Brady thing, but I didn't know about the kids missing in D.C. But but dog, like really, man, like nothing's fucking surprises me anymore, man. It really doesn't, dog. The more I hear about this type of shit, the more it just re-edifies to the fact that like black people, like we really need to wake the fuck up, dog. Like we really have to start putting shit together. I mean, I know we get on the show and we drop knowledge, but we don't want our listeners just to listen. We want them to put shit into action. Right? So we have to. Yeah, man. I don't know. And I'm not surprised. We for the Tom Brady thing, man. It's not. It's sad as shit. It's unfortunate as hell that it's fucking happening. But yeah, man. I don't know. It's one of those things like I don't know, man. I just have to reiterate, man. We have to start taking action, dog. Like we really have to start. And I always say this, like if we start fucking them up economically, their whole behavior is gonna change. That's how we get change. We start fucking them up economically. So that's my little 2 cents.
Pete.
What was the question, man? My bad.
I mean, just kind of give your thoughts, man, like on this whole issue with the missing black girls and our missing period, and just how we're just not valued. Like, what do you? Just your feelings on it. Just your raw emotions, your feelings.
Yo, man. Yo, and shit. You know what? We can get pissed off. We can get upset. We can get mad, and it's all rightfully so. But I'm gonna be the emo Drake nigga on here right now. This shit hurts, yo. It fucking hurts because at the end of the day, you can feel how you feel about an adult, a black adult. Okay, whatever. Y'all think we robbed. Y'all mad at us. Y'all think we raped. Whatever the fuck. Yeah. I think we drugged you. Whatever the fuck y'all want to think about us. Cool, man. Fuck y'all. Whatever. It's kids missing, B. Little fucking kids, man. Teenagers, man. And some of them not even teenagers, dog. It's kids. So you mean to sit here and tell me just because of the color of they fucking skin, yo, y'all don't give a fuck about the kids? That's a deeper, that's a whole nother type of level that I can't fucking fathom, yo. I can't get it. And the fact TMZ fucking talks about it. The president out here talking about how he lost the Obamacare shit and how he fucking saying, I never said that we was going to get this done immediately, and they got video of the motherfucker saying the first thing he going to do when he get in the office is I'm going to do this shit immediately. Like, you got a motherfucker fighting on Twitter talking about, yeah, the NFL better not sign Colin Kaepernick because they'll know they get a nasty tweet. This motherfucker said a nasty tweet from me. But if you have nothing to say about these girls missing, they're not missing in North Carolina. They're not missing in Florida, which they probably are. But y'all get my point. They're missing in D.C., dog.
Right.
D.C.
Right there.
And there's no news. There's nothing about it. Like this is the type of shit that makes me on a whole nother level. And I got issues with myself. I'm learning how to grow. That question, I question the higher power. I question the reason for living. I question why God made us black. All this, that, and the third. And I'm just taking. Amir said give raw emotion, and I'm giving raw emotion because I don't fucking understand how nobody can even talk. How nobody can interrupt talking about a Kardashian on CNN or talking about how Bow Wow should be killed for talking about Ivanka Trump on Fox. All that shit should be interrupted to talk about these girls, bruh, that's missing. Over 14 in how many days, man? And y'all telling me this is not a coincidence? This is not a problem? By not mentioning this shit? Fuck y'all, man. And fuck where y'all came from. This is the type of shit that I say, yo, I wish all of y'all died, yo. Because that's corny. That's whack to me. I don't get it. And you can't sit up here and you support somebody who's not even addressing this shit. Y'all hate the fucking spin so much. Y'all, it's to the point where y'all not even caring. Black girls is missing? Girls is missing? Oh, but let that be fucking Paul Ryan's daughter. You know what I'm saying? Let that be fucking one of these Simmons daughters or a fucking whatever. Let it be an Amber Alert for Amber, dog. You see that shit on the news quick. And don't sit up here and come at me, oh, you're making it a racial issue. I'm not making it a racial issue because it was already a racial issue. How can you make up something that's already a fucking issue? How can you complain about somebody bringing up that issue when it's already a goddamn issue?
Yeah. Paul Mooney
man, listen, man.
We talking about the race card, though, but he said, shit, I ain't talking about the you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the race card. I'm worrying about who put it in the fucking deck.
At the end of the day, it just hurts. It hurts, man. It hurts. That could be your daughter. Those are our daughters. Fuck that. Those are our cousins. Those are our little sisters. You know what I'm saying? Those are our future doctors. Those are our future hidden figure girls. You know what I'm saying? You never know what the fucking family issue could be. And I don't want to turn them into call them, oh, they runaways. So to try to make an excuse for not bringing up the issue because they runaways, because one little girl was found and she was talking about she was hiding from her foster people because she was abused. They're not talking about the abuse, but they're talking about the fact she fucking ran away. Fuck that, man. Get out of my face, man. I'm gonna shut up now. My bad.
You good?
No, you good. That's what. Hey, you need to invoke that type of emotion because it's that serious. In a country that bombed a community simply because it was successful, in a country that a young black boy was killed in the 1950s because he whistled, and some odd years later, the lady says, no, that's not what he did, as if there was a reason for him to be killed in the first place for whistling. In a country where a man is beaten on film and the cops get off, in a country where Tamir Rice is shot because he has a toy gun in his hand, in a country where Eric Garner is yelling he can't breathe, and on film, and the person who videotaped it is arrested and indicted, but not the people who actually killed Eric Garner. They don't give a fuck about you. Michael told you this. Michael Jackson, they don't care about us. And the minute you think that they do, you are lost. The minute you think that you can vote in their compassion for you, you're lost. In a country that allows Donald Trump to speak the rhetoric that he speaks, and then a guy like Stephen A. Smith, can get mad at Colin Kaepernick for not voting when he said that they're evil, but doesn't point to the fact that Donald Trump shouldn't have been able to run for president in the first place, spewing the rhetoric that he has. They show that they don't care about you. The minute you forget, you are lost. The Jews say it all the time, never forget. And the thing is, we forget all the time. We get pacified with all these different trinkets and gifts, and we get status and all this, and you got Jay-Z and this and that, and you got Beyonce, and you have Oprah, and you have this and that, and you feel successful. You feel like you've made it because you need something. You need a coping mechanism. You need something that helps you to get away from your reality. This is why we have liquor stores and weed spots. Because you need that. But the reality is something that you can't escape, because every time you look around, they remind you, and they purposefully remind you, because they say, what are you going to do about it? And it goes back to us giving a fuck about our own, and not trying to ingratiate ourselves with them. Like I said before, as far as the business aspect, yeah, we're going to have to still do business until we have our own. But we have to care about our own. We have to be unapologetic. Too many times I see black people say, oh, man, we can't just care about us. We got to care about everybody. Well, everybody else cares about them first. Everybody looks out for them first. So why are we all of a sudden selfish when we say Black Lives Matter? I don't go to the Italian festival and put on I'm black and I'm proud shirt. I don't go to the St. Patrick's Day parade and say Black Power. You know what I'm saying, though? Because it is what it is, and it's all types of shirts. Kiss me, I'm Irish and proud and stuff, though. Nobody says it. I don't see all cultures matter at the St. Patrick's Day parade. It just doesn't happen because they respect that that's their culture. It is what it is, even if they're not a fucking Irish. Pretty sure all those white folks there aren't Irish.
Come on, man.
So
what
I'm saying? We have to get to the point to where we give a fuck about us. And it's just another reminder. This is another reminder, and it's like people, they just don't get it. They pacify us, though, and these preachers that talk this punk talk under the guise of Jesus. I'm tired of it. Saying, though, if you're not going to speak it real, saying, though, to those that don't, fuck you. to those politicians who don't speak it real. God bless Maxine Waters. I'm not about any of that. We're not celebrating Steve Harvey. Fuck you. You know, respect the president. Go kick rocks. Suck a dick, nigga. Are you serious? Get the fuck out of here, man. Get your coon ass out of here, man. Get your Family Feud bitch ass out of here. We got to start calling them out. And it even ties into our subject matter today, though. We just start giving a fuck about us and not be unapologetic, even when in the presence of white people. When I'm in the presence of white people, I say, you know, I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? As a human race, though. But, you know what I'm saying, though? What am I? When I sign that sheet, what do I sign? They ask me, what's my ethnicity? No, they might give you the little bullshit. Hey, you don't have to sign this. My name is Amir Henry. I'm either from Kazakhstan, from the hood, motherfucker. It is what it is, motherfucker. I don't have a yarmulke, motherfucker. And breaking dishes at the wedding. Nah, I'm black. You know what it is. You know what I'm saying, though? And even if I did put that I'm white. Let's say right now, your name is Peter Green. You might be able to sign I'm white. When you walk in that goddamn room, they don't know what time it is. Like, you ain't going to hide. You're not working over the computer. And even if you was, it could look you up.
Let me take my black off real quick before I go into this office.
Let me go on Facebook, Mr. Peter Green. That says he's Caucasian. So I in no way, shape, form, or fashion am making light though. But sometimes you gotta laugh and get to punching somebody in the fucking face because you might see one of these white folks outside and let the anger build up so much you might go to prison. Because you will. Even if they punch you first. You know what I'm saying, though? So it is what it is, man, and we have to get to that point, though, man. We have to get to the point to where we're caring. There was a show on TV One in which they were talking about, it was called Our Missing. They were talking about the people that were missing that were black. And that show went off. You know why? Because a sensational show that is on now is Fatal Attraction. There's another show called For My Man, in which women do shit because quote unquote, because of their guy told them to do it or whatever, though, and they were, so in love that they did this for their man or whatever, though. And those become the shows now. But they used to have a show on TV One. If you look it up, you might can find it still. There might be a slow episode, but it doesn't come on anymore. It's called Our Missing. Which would be a perfect show right now to be on, though. But of course, they don't want us to find, Our Missing, because they're probably going out and stealing their organs. And shout out to Get Out, the movie.
I seen that shit last night, dog.
Right.
I still gotta see it.
Man, dog.
It's deep.
Man, dog. There's that movie, the message in that fucking movie. Besides the fact that they're kidnapping black men, it just goes way deeper than that shit, dog. Like, there's so much shit in that movie, dog. It's like, these niggas really fear us. Like, they're telling us in the movie that we are the most powerful creatures on earth. They're fucking telling us that in the fucking movie.
Charles,
yeah.
Before you go too in, Pete didn't see the movie yet.
I blacked out on purpose for a minute, but I definitely know. You know what I mean? The basic, me. I've been in my conspiracy theories piece shit for the longest, but I haven't seen the movie. But I bet some of the insiders talking about that organ shit. Yeah. I wasn't going to go deep into it with the girls that's missing, but 14 missing in a few days. Come on, man. We ain't stupid like I think we is.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry, Charlie. I didn't mean to cut you off. I know you ain't seen the movie.
No, I didn't. I still got to check it.
No, you're right. Yeah, my bad.
You good, bro.
But son, you got to see that shit, dog. You got to see.
You got to see it, man. We gonna have Oh yeah, we gonna have another because that'll go into people's minds about conspiracy and stuff. So we gonna have another conversation, and that's gonna definitely be included into the conversation. Probably, I guess, I know next week we're supposed to be talking about alternative cooning.
Alternative cooning. Can't wait.
We got to give a shout out to our brothers and sisters out here who are on the front line and who are really basically risking it to go ahead and enforce, though. But I don't want to get all into that, though. But that's going to be the base of our next subject matter, though, man. But this show right here, man, this was important because we need to obviously, with our economics, get rid of the envy, get rid of the hate, build together, support black businesses, and understanding how economics work, though. And we're going to have more conversations. I know, Charles, you are more astute into into how the economic structure, though. So I kind of like the next time we kind of do this subject, if you don't mind, can you maybe lead it a little more, though, because I know you have a lot of insight into, that type of in that realm. So you can kind of do that next time, though, because it's important that they know about these different things, though, that go on, because I'm saying, though, a lot of us are business illiterate. We are. To be honest. I mean, I can say that for myself personally. I know.
Absolutely. No, you're right.
I'm at a completely novice level, though. So,
I am too, bro. I'm not. I know we're gonna probably cover the economic shit more in depth next time, but I'm definitely not in any economic position to tell people.
I think you underestimate. I would say more intermediate. I'm novice.
Yeah.
They usually bring up certain words and stuff like that, and this.
I think you thinking about the situation that you're in, but you're a smart brother, dude. Like, you know the logic, and you know the terms and the definitions of this shit. The shit that we need to learn. Like, even if you just suggest, like, check this author out or check the books out. Shit that point us into the direction, man. That's you got that in you, bro. Don't sell yourself short just because you're in a situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even a special guest onto the show to kind of break down some of that, though, because it's important, man. They need to know. You know what I'm saying? You should never stop learning. You never know as much as you think you know.
Yeah. I'm thinking, and we can probably talk about this offline, fellas, but I'm thinking we should start doing shit like locally. Like putting on events or some shit, right? Pete, you in Ohio, shit. Pete, you in Ohio, Amir, you in Buffalo, and I'm in Baltimore. We need to hit all three cities, collectively, and just do some type of shit, man. So we'll talk about that offline.
We'll talk about that.
Absolutely, man. Hey, man, look, man, what I'm saying, though, I know it started off nice and sweet, y'all, and probably the end, y'all probably was like, dang, they go, you know what I'm saying? We started off like Drake and ended like DMX.
Right.
Oh, shit.
We was hotline blinking, then we said, where my dog's at? But listen, hey, I don't give two fucks. Our babies are missing. You have a problem with our passion? Don't listen. Ride with us, man. Never saying no, ride against us. It is what it is, though, man. But we always gonna give it the real, man. This is why it's called the Common Sense Experience, man. We just saying what's going on. Y'all, Pete, man, you got anything? Go ahead and end it out, man. You got anything to say, brother?
Hey, man, like my brother Amir said, find our babies, find our girls. Instead of trying to make an excuse on the reasoning, let's look for a solution. Two fingers means peace, and I'll see y'all next week.
Chuck?
Yeah, man. I really enjoyed the show today, fellas, man. And I think it's a good foundation for when we start talking about economics and some of the things, the challenges that we are looking at as black people, and some of the things that we can do. And Pete, same thing you said, man. Find our kids. Bring our kids home. Because at the end of the day, the children are our future. And if the kids know that their brothers, their sisters, their aunts, like their community went hard looking for them, that's going to speak volumes to them later on in life, man. So let's not take this shit lightly. You know, fuck Tom Brady and his fucking jersey. No, we need to find our kids. I'm out. Whoa. So, again, my bad. The Common Sense Experience every Friday, 8 a.m. Be sure to check us out. The Black Podcasters Network.
New page.
Yeah.
New page.
Yeah.
Facebook.
New page.
It's no longer called the Common Sense Experience. It's the Black Podcasters Network. My bad.
Yeah. No, you're good, Pete. You're good. Yeah, so just be on the lookout for that. We're going to be posting stuff. The website will be up probably within the next month or so. So we'll start posting articles, having videos online, so you guys can go in there and check it out. But if you have any questions or anything, be sure to hit us up on Facebook at the Black Podcasters Network. You can also email us at the Black Podcasters Network at gmail.com. And until next Friday, I'm out. Peace.
Hey, look, man, act locally, like I said, man. Think globally. Hey, like they said, man. Look, man. Find our kids, though. Find our babies. Find our girls. But and our boys, because you said 2 boys were missing as well, right, Pete?
3, yeah.
And just understand that you know, if that's not your priority, for the people that are supposed to be out there looking for them, that's their jobs. Just understand. If you don't care about us, just understand. Karma doesn't care about you 100 times more. I need you to understand that. As always, you know, God loves y'all, you know, but I barely tolerate you. And yeah, man, peace out. Yes, sir. Great show, man. Great show.
You great. Peace.
Get it.